Not to go roll up. Guess I'll wait. Open the blinds. Turn some music. Oh, what we want to listen to this morning? Where is the fucking connect, bro? Shit not even connect. Guess not. No, not the central motherfucker. Car not even in the driveway. There we go.
Kill! 26. Here we go, 40. Hey, here we go. There we go, going to 53. Here we go. Here we go, 40. Here we go, going to 50. Here we go. Hey, kill. 26. Here we go, kill. Here we go, 47. 26.
She about to flag me on hands, She about to take me no hands, Nigga can't even see me on hands. She about to flag me on hands, She about to flag me on way out of here. She about to fly, nigga can't even see me on way out of here. I'm too far to sky. Hermes ash from the down my ashes.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand.
That's caught at the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Second down and goal. Prescott. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. From back at the 2, here's third and goal. Throwing. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Run it.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
And Wilson going to keep it again.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
The Lions sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. And Sharp calls it in. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Here's Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make the play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
And they're going to stop play here. And the injury is to, that's DJ Chark, the receiver, who's in need of some help right now. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
This time Wilson will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Cowboys 7, Lions nothing.
Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. Prescott now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bombing him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Robinson's got it. And some room to work. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
14. 1st down, Dallas.
Here's Prescott. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we have a guy who made the catch. They try to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On play action, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Fourth down, Prescott. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys have the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A good pickup there at 22.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now Wilson on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
first and 10 at Swift. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. And right side, they're going to go option here. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Prescott from the gun. That is caught by Lamb. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. On second down, it's Pollard. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it.
Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Cowboys 21, Lions 3.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game's signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number 1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
To try again after the sack. Prescott going to let one fly for Robinson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's...
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Go, take it to the house.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that is incomplete.
The one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play get themselves off the field, which they just did.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Cowboys just continue to roll. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Lions 6.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnover.
He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
75 yards.
And the Lions are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
13. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Prescott on play action. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Pass complete. Now race for the marker.
They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And now the throw taken in by Chark.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
22 yards there, a first down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
I think this is a free play for Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Here's Wilson.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
A great play there with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. On 2nd and 2, Prescott gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Kill. Here go 47. Here go 46.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one...
And now the young man has it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Swift going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th quarter lead.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys. McLaughlin for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On third down, here comes Swift.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Demarcus Lawrence on the stop. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Go, 14.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And now here is another interception. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On second and very short, Prescott. Robinson's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Finding Pierce on the crossing route. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
95, 95.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Bang out, bang out, bang out, bang out. Go, guys, 4 down, 4 down.
Now Wilson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 23. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
That's complete to Robinson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly
Yo, I know niggas was in here. Hello? I guess niggas left.